I love this winter wonderland. It reminds me a lot of the recent Winter Olympics. Which, man, I mean, typically when you think of like beautiful athletic women, your mind kind of goes to, you know, obviously Summer Olympics, women's beach volleyball. But really, like, man, even like all of the figure skaters are like absolutely beautiful women. Or even, what's that gal on the Swedish curling team? Like, good lord, what a beauty. Like, and I mean, wears makeup whilst competing in the sport. I think she's married to one of the Swedish curling dudes, actually. And I don't understand why people are constantly on me about, oh, you want someone perfect, when I can clearly point out how many beautiful women exist everywhere. Shiny. Where is it? I heard it. Oh, it's right there. It's the Swinub. Nicely done. Oh, and it's a heavy species as well. That's awesome. Those are just kind of like so random. First thing you do when you catch something like that, you save. Alright, that's actually the first time I've ever caught a shiny Pokemon live on stream before. So I guess I've graduated. I'm a true blue streamer now, right? Woohoo! But quick history, speaking of shiny Pokemon. Not counting the scripted shinies, like for example, obviously the very first shiny Pokemon I ever caught on Pokemon Silver was the red Gyarados. And back then, it wasn't really clear that all Pokemon could be shiny. Most people just thought it was the Gyarados itself, and in fact, there were inaccurate rumors floating around that somehow there were glitches and no Pokemon were supposed to be shiny, but they were. So true story, in the original Pokemon Silver game, other than the red Gyarados, I had played probably over 100 hours on that game trying to catch all of them little critters, gotta catch them all, and this Pidgey spawns, and I'm like thinking to myself, oh great, yet another Pidgey, except for some reason it was gold. And I remember thinking, Pidgeys aren't gold. And once it got done sliding and then did the little shine sparkle animation, I realized, hey, this is a shiny Pokemon. Although in those days, Pokemon weren't actually called shiny, but hey. And so I actually did catch that. So that was the very first unexpected shiny Pokemon I ever caught. Sad thing is, unfortunately, the battery on my original Silver cart is dead, so that is completely lost. But then when I played all of the Gen 3 games, and honestly I had already moved on to the Gen 4 games, in fact the Gen 5 games might have even come out by then, but I was going back finishing up all of the Gen 3 tasks. I had played all of them, all 5 of them, as well as XD, as well as Coliseum, and just randomly I run into this Numel. Again, it was blue. I'm thinking to myself, aren't Numels like green? And so sure enough, it was shiny and I caught it. And honestly, nothing in Gen 4 was caught shiny other than when I was shiny hunting with the Pokénav, doesn't count. And then in Gen 5, I was just playing along, I think it was one of the twos, either Black 2 or White 2. And there was the little poof of smoke or dust in the cave. And I remember thinking, oh, I don't want to do battle. And I thought to myself, well, actually, it could be the case that it might be shiny. And I remember thinking to myself, the odds of that are astronomically small. But true blue, it was a shiny Excadrill. And so that was actually another unexpected shiny Pokemon I caught. Then in Gen 6, when I played X before Y, I caught, bizarrely enough, 3 shiny Pokemon. Like, I had monumental luck in that game. And then ever since, not really anything, unless of course you're shiny hunting, such as like chain fishing in Gen 6, the scripted. The shiny rate in this game is actually quite high, but obviously everything is spawned on the overworld, so you can go through and see a lot of Pokemon at the same time as to whether or not they're shiny. And even though I said to my friend when he asked me, hey, have you caught any shiny Pokemon yet? I'm like, yeah, I caught this shiny Ponyta. It's like, that doesn't count. And it doesn't because it's part of the scripted quest. But there you go. I have now caught this beautiful shiny Swinub.